Shalom, shalom, shalom. Oh, how y'all doing today, man? I hope y'all having a great day. Whoever's watching, wherever you might be, if anybody's watching, I hope y'all having a great day. I'm having a great day. Today is the last day of my full-time job, my latest full-time job that I've had over the past 7 months. Um, I didn't quit. It was, or I didn't get fired either. It was a temporary assignment from the beginning, so it already had a built-in expiration date. So that commitment is over, and I learned a lot over those last 7 months, and I just wanted to speak on some of it real quick. Um, I feel like I kind of lost my way over those last 7 months, and I don't want to say last 7 months. Actually, I want to say over probably the last year and a half. Man, it's been a hard couple of years. When I decided to when I left my last full-time permanent job back in 2022, the end of 2022, I did it. I thought the Most High was telling me to take a leap, and I think the Most High did tell me to take a leap. I didn't know it at first, though. Um, I didn't. I thought it was the Most High at first, but I wasn't sure. And that's the importance of learning how to listen to the Most High and what He's trying to tell you, because um, I was going based on signs that He was giving me, not just in the workplace, but also and other various things I listen to, watch, various forms of media, and just whatever he's putting on my spirit. At that time, my spirit was I didn't want to continue working for that company. I didn't want to continue, and it's not that I didn't want to work. It's just that there were certain things about that working environment. There were certain things about the arrangement that were not conducive to the way I wanted to live, to my overall health and well-being. It was a lot of hours. It was good money, but it was a lot of hours. And that's one thing people don't tell you about being a high income earner, is that you really, really sacrifice your time, and unfortunately, everything that comes with it. Which, if you don't have time to work on your health, if you don't have time to work on your relationships, all these things, it adds up. It really adds up to, I want to say, it definitely contributed to stress overall, and just general unhappiness. I was in the era of depression, not just because of that, but also there were things I was dealing with on the side that, the job was kind of exacerbating. I didn't have time to really heal from some certain things, and in general, just overworked, man. I'm spending 12 hours a day, it feels like, every day at my desk, just looking at a computer screen, not getting enough sunlight, not getting enough exercise. Anybody who knows me knows I struggle with weight, so really gained a lot of weight back that I worked hard to lose. I lost a lot of weight back in like 2020, 2021 during the pandemic era. But all those pounds came rushing back. A lot of that was due to stress eating, depression eating, but also just the fact that I just didn't have a lot of opportunity to get up and get out. And when the bigger you get, the harder it is to move, the less you want to do it. So it's just kind of like this compound effect, and you just kind of got to flip something in your mind to get out of that kind of rut. But the Most High was communicating to me that He wanted me to, like I said at the time, I didn't know whether it was the Most High or just my own desire. So eventually, the Most High showed me that it was all in His plan and all in His timing. But the way I did it, and I guess how I thought it was going to go, didn't exactly turn out the way I had it in my mind. I actually I didn't just jump out of the job with no plan. I actually had a plan. I had other work lined up. People who made certain assurances and promises to me about certain opportunities that didn't end up panning out. Whether they lied, whether they misstated or misjudged the situation, those opportunities didn't pan out. And then I jumped into another job, making probably, it was definitely the most money I'd ever made. And that was supposed to be a long-term commitment of at least a full year. And I actually had a contract stating that, and that they ended up ending that engagement within 2 weeks, even though the contract stated that they had to give me at least a month's notice. Um, Unfortunately, the company is in Israel, and I do not recommend doing contract work with companies outside of your jurisdiction for that reason. Maybe I'll touch on that in another video, but I really didn't have a lot of options in terms of trying to pursue damages in a legal sense. It being a contract position as well, there's no legal, there are no repercussions for them basically pulling the rug from beneath me. So I was left in a really bad spot. Also, shortly before that time, I had gone into severe debt for reasons I don't want to state at this time. But the Most High compelled me to make the jump regardless, and it wasn't the easiest. It wasn't the easiest path, you know. But what I learned from that entire endeavor is that, and I think that's what the Most High was trying to show me, is that when you trust in Him, and when you, even if you can't, you don't understand what's going on, you can't understand why you're going through what you're going through, just know the Most High always has a plan for you, and He's doing what He's doing in your life for a reason. I'm a true believer that we do not blaze our own paths. You know, the Most High, He has our path set up for us before we were even born. You know, I still wonder to this day how I've never gone to school, right? I mean, I've gone to school, but I've never graduated from college. I only have a high school diploma. But despite that, I've been able to basically operate at the highest level of my industry, of my field, among people who, you know, who did go to school, who did go to college, who are the best, and I can say without a doubt the best of the best at what they do. And so I'm extremely blessed to be able to say that I have had that trajectory in my life, despite not taking the traditional route to that. You know, I didn't have to go into tons of college debt. Sure, it was a lot of hard work, though. Don't get me wrong. But that's with anything in life. Just like you see all these athletes, man, at the top of their game. You see, you know, whoever's out there, the actors. Just anybody at the top of their field, man, doctors, lawyers, whatever it is that you do, because everything, you know, everything has its levels. There's a level to everything, and so to be able to say that I was at the top of my game at that kind of that Kobe level, man, in my field is it's a blessing to say the least, bro. Like, I can't thank the Most High enough for giving me those experiences and allowing me to be able to say that at this time. You know, but see, at the time when I was making these moves, I didn't realize that that's where it was headed. I didn't realize what my life would be, but and I didn't need to, because the Most High had it in control the whole time. You know, I still don't know how I'm doing what I'm doing to this day. Like, I just for those who don't know, I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, and I've never gone to school for that. You know, it's just something I picked up over the years. It was something the Most High put on me, and I have to give a lot of credit to my teachers back in high school, the late great Shannon Webb, rest in heaven, and also Miss Nelson. You know, they kind of really put a fire under me to pursue this writing thing. They saw something in me early, and they encouraged me, and they pushed me to really kind of go after that, because that's what they saw that I was clearly good at. There weren't a lot of things that I was good at growing up as a child, you know, but we all have that one thing, and I think we all have to dig in deep to find what that one thing is. We don't come to this world just to be mindless drones for this society, you know, to do what they want us to do. We have to, at some point, we have to come to realize that the Most High has given us all gifts. We are all unique in some way, and we all have value within. The thing is, we have to really, really call and pray on the Most High to reveal what those gifts are, and then actually take the steps toward cultivating them. You know, I always go back to this Kobe example, man. You know, Kobe Bryant probably wasn't the most athletically gifted talent. He probably wasn't the most, you know, he wasn't the tallest, he wasn't the fastest. But guess what he did? He got his ass in the gym every single day, and he worked on his jump shot. He worked on his layups. He worked on this and that. He worked on this dribbling. He worked on everything. He worked on the fundamentals from the, and that's what life is in terms of at least using these skills and these gifts, is building on those fundamentals. You know, the little things every single day, doing the little things, seeing how much better you can get. If you can get 1% better, that's 1% better than you were yesterday. You get 1% better for the next 5, 10, 15 years of your life, it's going to compound in a way that you can't even understand how powerful and impactful that's going to be for your growth and your development in whatever endeavor you're after. So I had to learn that over my life as well, and I have implemented that and practiced that. Um, Making sure nobody's over here. I had to implement and practice that um, every single day. Every day I wake up, and every day is not going to be the greatest. Just like, again, athletes, some days they win, some days they lose. You can't win a championship every year. You can't win every game. There are very few teams that have won every single game. I guess the Miami Dolphins, I forget the one, 1970, I don't remember the exact year, but then you see how the Patriots, the 2007 Patriots, went undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl just to get knocked out by Eli Manning, bro. Eli Manning. So that just goes to show, like, you can't expect to win every single day. Every day is going to be a challenge. Every day will be a challenge. I'm not gonna say every day will be a struggle. Every day is not gonna be bad, but I don't necessarily see challenging days or days where I struggle as bad either. I see them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to see, to see what I'm made of, what kind of resolve that I have. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Everybody gets knocked down every now and then. Just like in boxing, you get knocked down. As long as the referee don't count to 10, if you don't let the referee count to 10, you get back up, guess what? The fight's still on. Unfortunately, for some people, the referee does count to 10, but then that still doesn't stop them from getting back in the gym and getting ready for their next fight. They just like, okay, I took an L on that one. What do I have to do to get better? I was facing a lot of that myself these past 7 months. Like I said, operating at the level that I was, I don't think I was truly ready for it, and I think the Most High was trying to show me that it wasn't the kind of, if I was going to put intensity into anything, it shouldn't be that, and it shouldn't be for the reasons that I was going after it for, which was to make money. The money is I don't want to get too deep into the money thing, but of course, we need money to kind of operate in this society right now, but that's going to come with you cultivating those gifts that I was talking about, and when we you might have multiple gifts too. I'm not just good at writing, I'm also a decent photographer. I haven't made a real attempt to go after that professionally yet, but I've spent I first got into photography. I've always been like interested in it, but I got my first camera around like 2013. And I did some decent things with it before. I was learning a lot, and I just kind of put it down. I got depressed. I wasn't doing anything with my life at that point. Probably from like I got the camera in 2012. I want to say up to like from 2013 up until 2017, 2018. I was just really just down on my luck. I was just like, I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't care about anything anymore. I didn't care about getting better. I didn't care about progressing in anything. I was really stagnant in basically all areas of my life. But then I picked the camera back up again in around 2020, and I just started practicing every day. I would go out. I would take pictures of the most random stuff. I would take pictures of random stuff in my house. Eventually, I would start going out to events and start doing events, photographing events, and just taking photos of people walking around doing their thing. And then I think some of the best work I've done so far, Most High has blessed me to be able to shoot the Royal Nation concerts and the All White Yacht Party and the Hebrew Wall Street Weekend that Picture and Shaya and the Key Is Me organization puts on here in Dallas. And I've gotten some incredible shots from those, and it was a blessing to be able to capture those memories for everybody who's involved. All the artists, all the organizers, all the attendees, all the vendors. It was for me, that was rewarding in itself. I didn't get paid for any of that stuff, but I just picked up my camera and I went to go do it because it was something that was on my heart to do. And I looked at it as an opportunity to work on my skills at the same time while providing value for somebody in a selfless way. And so now I feel confident enough in my skills from doing that I can think about taking that skill and trying to make money with that too, on top of the writing. And then this other stuff I'm working on, that I don't want to get into right now, but all I have to say is, man, oh man, Most High, He got a plan for all of us. All we have to do is learn how to listen and trust Him, and I think that's the biggest thing right there. Trust the Most High in all things that you do, in all things that you go through, whether you're at your highest or whether you're at your lowest. You know, even when I was at my lowest, I never doubted that the Most High was going to pull me out of it. I knew that, I didn't, in my head, the headspace wasn't good, but I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what? I know the Most High loves me. He has shown me time and time again how much He loves me, in the various ways that He's acted on my life. I've experienced a lot of supernatural occurrences, and the Most High has done that to prove to me His realness and His power. And so it gives me comfort in knowing that no matter what kind of step I take, and I'm not saying just to go out here and be reckless with your life and just do things all willy-nilly with no plan, but if you feel like you can't see the trees past the forest, don't worry. It's just the Most High just ain't ready to. He don't want to show you, or maybe He doesn't think you're ready to know what you're headed for. But just know you're headed for something great, something good. If the Most High, if you sincerely trust and love and cherish the Most High's presence in your life, He will provide every single time. Every single time. So I'm a living, walking testimony to that, and I will stand by that for the rest of my life. There's nobody who could tell me that my God is not real. There is nobody in the world. People try daily, and I want to say even people in the truth try to convince me of certain beliefs that I just can't waver from, because the Most High showed me through the things He's done in my life that I have no reason to waver from them. And I'll get into more of that stuff later on, man. That's going to be a controversial talk. Might end up driving some friends or some family away. But it is what it is, I got to be real about things at this point. I'm a mouthpiece for the Most High, man. I do all things for Him and through Him. Yahweh is my strength. That's what my name is transliterated from in Hebrew. Yahweh is my strength. And so everything I do is for Him. So I don't do anything to impress people. I'm not here for people to like me. I do appreciate people who encourage me. I do love those who love on me. And I love those who don't love on me. I love people, but I'm not going to waste my time with people who are clearly out to just, who are, what, I can't even think straight right now. Committed to misunderstanding me. That's what I'm trying to say. And there are a lot of people who are. So, if the Most High is showing you something, telling you something, and you're feeling like scared, you're not supposed to feel scared in this life. So if you're feeling scared, that means that you haven't taken that leap of faith that He wants you to actually get to the other side of the thing that's going to make you feel at peace. And it's not an easy process, man. It's not an easy process. I'm going to do a video called Change is Uncomfortable, but there is comfort in knowing that. Change is uncomfortable. But it's imperative that you get used to confronting that reality on a daily basis. Try everything you can to change at least a little bit on a daily basis. Those little changes will amount to big changes over time. And I need to practice that myself in various aspects of my life still. As much success as I've had professionally, as just how far I've come in this walk, I still know that there's a lot more that I can learn and I can know, that I can do, that I can improve on. Just me as a person, in general, in my spirit, I still have a lot of things I need to work out there. And it takes a real man of the Most High to be able to admit that you're not perfect. And that's the only way you can grow, is to admit that. So never ever think that you have it all figured out, because the Most High will show you in sometimes very, very uncomfortable ways and very painful ways that is not true. So that's all I wanted to say today. I wanted to get this message out here, man. Like I said, it's a day My job is ended, so I'm in a whole new chapter. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next, man. All I can do is trust in the Most High that He's going to get me where He wants to get me in the time that He wants to get me there. In the meantime, I take it as I lost a little income, and sure, I could have gone hard to try to replace that income, but the Most High has given me the ability to create enough margin in my life that I don't need to. And so and He's blessed me with enough time to actually figure out what it is He does want me to do and what path to take next. And in the meantime, take a nice break from the hustle and bustle and the daily rigmarole of life. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, man. I will be in Austin, Texas. I'm not going to reveal exactly when and where and for what reason, but I will be taking a trip next week, a quick trip down to Austin. So I'm going to enjoy that time, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of this day, and I hope y'all do too. Shalom.